Hey you guys, happy Thursday. I hope you guys are having an amazing week. And I'm currently laughing at myself right now because every time I go live, I am so awkward when I start videos and when I end them. So yeah, if you guys have any tips, that's one thing I'm not good at. If you have any tips on how to start or end live streams and not be awkward about it, drop them below. But anyways, if you're watching now, watching the replay, say hey. I got this question in my group and the question is how do I get exposure when I don't really have much of a following? And I'm going to give you guys 2 tips that really help me passively 24/7 on how to get more exposure online. So the 2 tips that I have for you is 1, you need to start utilize search engine social media channels, and 2, you need to start utilizing other people's following or by becoming a guest expert on their channels. So let's talk about tip number 1, and that is learning how to utilize search engine social media marketing channels. The 4 that are my favorite and that work extremely well for me are blogging, podcasting, YouTube, and Pinterest. Okay, I want you guys to write these 4 down. Now, I currently don't have a podcast, but it still works extremely well for me. How? Because I am a guest expert on podcast channels, which ties into tip number 2, is start utilizing other people's channels by being a guest expert and giving value on other people's channels when they ask for it. So, search engine social media marketing channels are passive marketing. Why? Because the way that they are set up is by search, right? So when people go onto either blogging, which is on Google, YouTube, Pinterest, or podcasting, they search for the answer that they are looking for. For example, how do I use social media for my business? How do I use Instagram to grow my business? How do I use Instagram for business? How do I take a picture that doesn't look like shit? Any question that you have, right? You can tap into that by adding that as the title of your post on those search engine channels. So for example, if I had a YouTube channel and I said how to increase exposure on social media when you don't have a big following, which is the title of this video, which I'm going to be putting on YouTube. So when I have that as the title, someone is actively always 24/7 somewhere in the world looking for that answer, right? So they're typing that into YouTube. This is search engine optimization. So I'm giving you a little tutorial on it. So when I make the title of my video the question, then when somebody searches for that question, my video is going to pop up first. And when I provide value with my answer in that video, and I tell people at the end with a call to action, hey, if you love this video, come join my free Facebook group, or hey, download this worksheet, or hey, if you want more information on Pinterest, go hop into my Pinterest for Business course and then you can learn how to utilize Pinterest for business. So the reason why that increases my exposure is because 1, I don't have to be actively present all the time like you have to be on Instagram and Facebook, and my content lives forever because it's on a search engine. So that's why I highly recommend that you have one of these 4 platforms: a podcast channel, YouTube channel, a blog, or Pinterest. Okay? So all of those work the same because they are search engine based. And that helps increase your exposure because it makes the internet work for you 24/7. It's literally become your free employee. Because when you put your content out onto those social media websites, people are searching for the answer that you provide. Knowing that you know SEO and how to tie and what makes, content go viral or whatever, that is another variable that goes into play with if your content comes first up on the search or not. But I highly recommend that your content is either on all 4 of those if you want to go all out, which I highly recommend, or at least just on one. Because if you're only relying on Instagram for your business and you only have an Instagram channel for your business, it's going to be really, really hard for you to grow or even get organic exposure off of Instagram, because only, I think it's now like 4% of your following even sees your content. And in the search, it's probably like 0.0000 whatever. So unless you want to use ads, which I'm not against, if you want to use advertising for your business and you have the dollars to spend, go right ahead. Start using Instagram ads, because it's really the only way you're going to grow your Instagram in 2019. Gone are the days where, you know, you post on Instagram, your whole following sees it, you get like 500 likes on a post organically, like with only 500 followers. It's just like, that's not how the algorithm is anymore. So instead of trying to fight it and like be mad at the algorithm, whatever, you need to either start using advertising, or you need to use, which is my tip number 1, which is start putting your content on search engine social media platforms. What are the 4? YouTube, podcast, Pinterest, blogging. Okay. Now, my second tip is that you need to start utilizing other people's channels by becoming a guest expert. I love this. Why? Because when I go on other people's channels, not only are other people knowing who I am with my, like with what I know with like social media marketing or Pinterest marketing, Instagram marketing, they're also getting value from me, but then learning who I am from that person that owns that channel. So if that person agrees to have me on their podcast, on their YouTube interview, you know, on their blog as a guest blogger, they're kind of giving me like the green check, where it's like, wow, I trust this person to give this piece of advice, and I know that she has the credibility to give that advice, right? So when you're just starting out with your business, or let's just say you've been in business for a while and you just want to start growing your following, the best way to do it is to utilize other people's channels to gain your expert credibility. So I get a bunch of people filtered into my Facebook group through guest blogs that I've been on. I know a lot of you guys have seen that this group is a top-rated social media marketing Facebook group off of Gusto. So Gusto.com wrote a blog article about me. So since my Facebook group was featured in that blog article, when you guys searched best Facebook groups for online entrepreneurs, guess what popped up? My Facebook group. Okay, do you guys kind of see how all this is tying together? If this doesn't make sense, let me know in the comments. Or if you guys have any questions on search engine marketing or guest posting, let me know right now. Even if you're watching the replay, I always go back and I answer questions. So again, if you guys found my group through a blog post, they linked my group there, right? I'm not affiliated with Gusto.com. They just found my group and they really love the vibe, they love the information that I provide, and they ranked me as a top-rated group on Gusto.com. But I get so many people filtering in and coming into my community from that one blog post because I was referred by them. That's huge, you guys, because these people probably, which is now one of you guys watching the video, have never heard who I was before. But since somebody else referred me, I'm using essentially their audience and their blog. I think that article, whenever people search like top Facebook groups for entrepreneurs, that's like the first website that comes up, which is like massively huge for me. And that only happened because I created this group and I wanted to give value to you guys, and I wanted to be a top rated social media marketing Facebook group. So utilizing guest posting opportunities and utilizing our guest blog, guest podcast, guest YouTube, anything that has to do with a search engine based website. So like Pinterest, blogging, those two kind of go together, because when you create a Pinterest post, you get a link every time you get a Pinterest post, right? So since people are searching on Pinterest, if you make the picture what people are searching for, they're linked to anywhere you want to go on the internet. So if you want to link people to your Instagram, you can link people to an opt-in page, you can link people to your course, you can link people to your discovery call, one-to-one services. That's why Pinterest is a goldmine and amazing. So Pinterest, YouTube, podcasting, and blogging. Those are all search engine based, and I highly, highly recommend that if you don't have one of the 4, you hop on that today. And if you're interested in the Pinterest one, I have 93,000 followers on Pinterest. I've been using it for the past 8 years. If you guys need direction on that, I can link my Pinterest for Business course below. But the point of having your content on a search engine is because the internet is your employee, right? Or it turns into your employee. It works for you 24/7 because people are searching for you. Let me give you an example. So if people want to learn, for example, the title of this live stream, how do I get more exposure for my business when I'm just starting out? How do I get exposure if I only have 200 followers, right? People are actively looking for that question. So if I make that the title of my video on YouTube, which is what I'm going to do, people are searching for that question. Guess what's gonna pop up when I'm sleeping at 3 a.m.? My video. I don't have to yell at anybody on Instagram story. I don't have to tell anybody. I don't have to cold message anybody. I don't have to do anything because it's a search engine. So when people search that, my content is coming up. This is the power of search engine and passive marketing, right? They're going to see my video, I'm going to provide value, and at the end of the video, I'm going to give them a call to action. So that call to action can be anything that I want. If they want more, it depends on what the video is, but I can direct them to my Facebook group. I can direct them to my course. I can direct them to a discovery call. Whatever I want to do at the end, I can tell that person to do if they found value in my video. I can even tell them, be like, hey, if you love this, drop a comment, like tell me, drop an emoji. This is the thing. It's like online business is not as, we try to make it difficult by going on the most difficult path. And the most difficult path is copying what other people are doing when they don't even know what they're doing themselves. Okay? I call search engine marketing smart passive marketing because I want the internet to be my employee. When I'm sleeping, I want business. And most of the time, that's usually when I get it. So, like I said, if you guys are watching right now, drop me some comments. If you're loving it, say, hey, love this so far. Drop me an emoji, like it, whatever. But I'm just going to go over the 2 tips once again because I'm pretty much done. So the 2 tips that I have are utilize search engine social media marketing channels. The 4. You should be on at least 1, if not all 4. Podcast, blogging, YouTube, Pinterest. Okay. The second tip was utilize guest posting opportunities, being a guest expert on other people's channels, because then not only are you being more credible by them, so let's just say an expert wanted to interview you and they had 100,000 followers, and let's just say you have 500 because you just started. That doesn't mean that you don't know what you're talking about because you only have 500 followers, right? But let's just say they have 100,000 followers and they're like, wow, Kylie, I love you. You know what you're talking about. You love answering questions. I want you as a guest expert. I want you to talk about Pinterest marketing to Amazon sellers on my podcast. And I'm like, I'm down. I love that. But the thing is that when that influencer gives me the stamp of approval, that shows them that I can be trusted, right? All the people that follow them now trust me because I am on that podcast, right? And also you're just giving away value, and then those people are going to be linked to you. So that is like my golden ticket tip if you're just starting out, is try to find, and that's probably your next question, how do I find these guest opportunities? Go in Facebook groups. Go to influencers that are just like you, maybe not the ones that have millions and millions of followers, but maybe the ones that have like a couple thousand more than you. Ask them, be like, hey, I can provide value on this topic to your group. If you ever need my help, let me know. Don't tell them that you want to do live stream together or whatever. They can make that decision on their own, right? But you want to give value before you tell them what to do, right? Because to be quite frank, they really don't need you. You need them. But you can get their attention by giving them value first. So if you guys love this video, let me know in the comments. Give me a like, give me whatever you want, drop an emoji, I don't really care. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I'm so bad at ending and starting live streams, it's almost embarrassing because I literally don't even know what to say. So if you guys have tips on that, let me know in the comments. But if you guys love this, let me know. And yeah, that's all I really have for today. So like I said, if you're watching the replay, you can always ask me questions. I love answering your guys' questions. Remember, I'm always here to help you. That's why I have this Facebook group. So I hope you guys have an amazing Thursday, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.